Otters, now we're back to do some maths today. Now, Miss Graham doesn't have a counting stick in her home, so unfortunately we've had to use our mop as one. But never mind, that's fine. Right, so I know what you older Otters are thinking, and you're one thinking, Miss Graham is a crazy chick because she has got the 10 times table out and we are so confident at our 10 times table. But even though you are confident, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of, what you were doing last week on the blog in maths, we're just going to kind of extend that a little bit more. So where I was trying to teach you last week that if you use smaller numbers, if you really get to understand the smaller numbers, you can use that knowledge for bigger numbers, and the patterns, knowing patterns and spotting patterns and number. And we're going to use a bit of that work today. But first of all, from our little receptions, because they still need to be really good at their multiplication in their 10 times table, we're going to start doing that. So I'm going to say it with you first. We're going to count in our tens all together. Are you ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Now, what I want you to see about these numbers, just quickly as well, when we're saying 30 and 40, make sure you are saying T, okay? I know a lot of you get the T and the teen muddled up, but when we are counting in tens, it's always T, okay? So, what I want you to do is look at the numbers really closely, see if you can spot a pattern. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up the 0 in each of the numbers, and you're just going to say the number you can see. So what number is that? And that one? And that one? That one? So if you look at the pattern, without the zeros, you can see that it's going up in ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, year ones, looking at these numbers, what number do you think would come after 120, looking at the pattern? Okay, and then what would come after that number? So what I want you to do today is we're going to count in tens, all of us together, and I'm going to take some off. But as long as you remember the pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. When I take the numbers off, you should remember them. You should remember that if I take the 50 off, that's between 40 and 60. And the number, the digits between those numbers, 4 and 6, is 5, okay? So we're going to go through one more time together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Now I'm going to take off that one. So you've got 1, 2, which one would that be? Let's do it. 10, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Let's take another number off. Okay, so what number comes between 5 and 7? Let's do it again. 10, 20, 40, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Okay, I'm going to take another one off. Let's do it again. 10, 20, 40, 50, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Now what would be really good is if your parents could maybe, I don't know if they've got post-its at home or a bit of paper, if you could write the 10 times table out to 120 for the children, and on little bits of paper like this, must make sure they're all mixed up on the floor, and then see if the children, by thinking about what they know about their 1 times tables, can they sort out all the 10 times tables in order by following the same pattern as the 1s. Because the only difference is, with the 10s, it's got the 0 after it. Okay, and that's because it's 10 times more. So, another thing that you can do, what I would like the year 1s to do, is practice counting your 10s, but starting from any number. So I don't want you to start from 10, 20 all the time. I want you to start from 50, or I want to start from 90. You might even start from 160, and then you might go on further. I'd also like the year 1s to practice coming backwards, counting backwards. It will still be the same pattern. But before you do that, year 1s, and the year receptions can do this as well if they want to, is in their maths books, they'll be doing it on grid paper in their maths books. I would like them to write it down. So I want you to write it down like this: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You should be able to write them, if you remember the pattern, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and then 110, 120. I want you to keep going for as long as you can, looking at that pattern. So after 130, you've got 13, and it would be 14, 15, 16, 17, or it's 170 is what we're saying, 180, 190, and that would be 19, so we say 20, that would be 200, and I wonder if you could go past 200. You can stop at 1,000,000 if you like, and that will keep you occupied for the parents for a little bit of time. So do that first, write all those things out there first, and then I'd like the year 1s to be practicing maybe with their parents on starting on a higher number, 80, and then counting in 10s a lot. They might even start at 150 and count up in 10s from then, but use different numbers. But make sure you write all this pattern down first, because that will really make you understand the pattern of number and how we can link our 1 times table with our 10 times table. So that is your maths challenge today. Excellent. See you next week, guys. Bye.